again everyone, and welcome to the next review that I am doing for hashtag We Are Movie Club. And this week was a really cool pick done by Liam, or you may know him as Servatorix, or if you watch SourceFed, then you will know him as Regular Scott. So this was Liam's pick. This is Liam. Just click here to go to his channel. I need to get new editing software, I know, and until I do, everyone will just have to make do with like a crappy 1.5 minute quickly sketched out picture. Look, I mean, he's in a kilt. I mean, isn't that very clearly Liam? Anyway, Liam's pick this week was the movie The Losers, and my husband and I both watched it together the other night, and throughout the whole entire thing, the thing we kept saying the most was, how the fuck have we not heard of this movie? Like, seriously. Any movie that has Black Betty within like the first few minutes is clearly a movie I am going to be sold on because it's freaking awesome. I mean, let's break it down. You've got like commando-y type dudes in a jungle with big ass knives and guns blowing shit up, making funny one-liners at each other, and ultimately being good guys and stuff right through to the end. I mean, that is just, it works for Michael Bay and getting lots of money, and like, so clearly it will work for other people. I don't know, I'm a big sucker for like kind of like guy bromance-y action films where like shit blows up and they're all like saying funny stuff while it's happening. So yeah, without having to watch any more of the review, I can just tell you that this movie gets a big ass giant 2 thumbs up from me. So I should probably actually like review the movie. So it revolves around a group of army, military, I don't know your American military system or even the New Zealand military system. Let's just say they were a group of badass commando type dudes with guns. Stuck in Bolivia, and they decide to disobey an order that came through because it came through from the world's biggest douchebag. It was all like, yeah, that house full of a whole bunch of kids, just fucking blow it up. Just destroy it, we don't care. So it's like, fuck me sideways. So in the end, because they're believed to be dead, because there was a big ass helicopter explosion, so they're stuck in Bolivia, and they really just want to find this douchebag dude who gave this order to kill a whole bunch of kids, as well as like the bad guy in the building. So yeah, they're all, it's just hard to describe. It's an action movie where like dudes do stuff, and they kill a bad guy. Although I don't know if they kill him at the end. I can't quite remember. I'm pretty sure they don't. Like, he gets away. I think they're setting it up for a sequel. Okay. Look, I'm really sucking at reviewing this movie. It is like pretty much any other action movie that you would see, like anything like The Expendables or like a Rambo-y type movie, but just add in extra people in and around it. Bad Boys 1 and or 2. Look, it's just kind of in that genre. Or like Behind Enemy Lines, but the second one that had Joe Manganiello in it because he was hot. So yeah, okay, I'm like a big sucker for these movies and I love them. Like, I mean, it's not even the plot that I'm sold on, because the plot on the movie is so predictable. I don't give a shit about that though. Like, I don't watch these movies to be intellectually stimulated. I watch these movies to be like cheering along as shit blows up going, fuck yeah! So, yeah, it's a great movie. I mean, I want to talk about the cast for a second, because, like, this is why I can't believe that I had never heard of this movie before. I mean, you're talking about, like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Chris Evans, who, if you don't know, is Captain America, or was Human Torch in Fantastic Four, Fabulous Four. He's the hot dude who got, like, all burny and stuff. Zoe Saldana is in it, and, oh my god, is she a hot piece of ass. Although, at the same time that I think that she's really, really attractive, I also think that, yo, she needs to eat a burger, because she be skinny. I want to fatten her up a wee bit. But she's still very, very attractive, and she can kick some serious ass. Idris Elba is in it, who is, like, crazy talented. I love him. So, it was just, like, this cast was, like, it was a good cast. And how this movie had completely escaped my attention, I've got no idea. So I am so glad that I got a chance to watch this movie. Now, the thing I really liked about this movie was the dialogue. I love me some good, cheesy, quippy, comebacky, dialogue-y type stuff. And this kind of had it in spades, like a lot of, like if you look at movies like The Expendables and stuff, that's really why you watch it. Not because it has a good plot, but because these guys say funny one-liners that you can quote and laugh at, and it's awesome. Now, the bad guy in this, I think he was played by Jason Patric. I want to say Jason Patric? We'll go with Jason Patric. It sounds kind of about right. And I know he's done a lot of other things. Oh my god, he was such a dick in this movie. Like, seriously, I would happily bazooka the shit out of him. Like, I mean, come on. Like, shooting some chick because she, like, let a little bit of sunlight hit you when she tripped and so the parasol was not, like, hanging over your head. Like, yeah, you're a dick. There are a couple of things that I really, really loved about it. Like, I loved how the character of Jensen, who's played by Chris Evans, always was like wearing all these different crazy t-shirts. He's also wearing a very, very sexy white t-shirt in the elevator scene, which was, that whole entire bit was basically my favourite scene in the movie. Like, he had, for me, the standout performance, because I love me a good hot comedic actory type guy, and he's not as funny and comedic playing Captain America. I mean, when you've got Robert Downey Jr. and stuff in the cast in Avengers and stuff, it's very difficult to out-funny him. So Captain America is a lot more of a serious role. But in this, when he was playing Jensen, he was just snappy and funny, and I was singing, like, Don't Stop Believing throughout the whole rest of the movie after that scene. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. It just, hits me right there in the hearty old spot. But just the way that whole scene was filmed, and it flowed the whole way through. Yo, he got himself some naked in the lift, which was all, I mean, yeah. Him in that white top. Ooh, nice. That's all I'm going to say. And I did like how, and because I have the attention span of a gnat most of the time, as you can see by watching this review, where I'm all over the place. But with characters, like when you've got a group ensemble cast of characters, I find it really difficult to remember who someone's name is. So I loved the fact that in the first few seconds of this movie, they did a quick, like a cartoon comic booky snapshot stop of each character with their name and what it is they do, whether they're like demo and weapons or tech and communications and stuff. So you knew what the character's name was, you knew what it was that they did, and it made it so much easier to follow along. So that, again, I loved. And back to my favourite scene and the whole, when he's in the building and the lift and stuff, I like the way they made the little funny jokes about, you know, like they reference the Matrix, because it does, ever since the Matrix came out, there was a lot of kind of like creative slow-mo-y like photography and stuff happening, or cinematography happening in movies, and so the scene where he's like running through going, "Tank, I need an exit," is just really funny. And if you really, really listen to what he's saying, sort of like before he's pretending to like shoot the guys when actually it's Cougar who's like doing it in the long range type stuff, it kind of does sound like he is talking a wee bit about Captain America and that role. Well, you could take it as being that, so it's, if you get that he was Captain America, it actually makes it even funnier. So yeah, this movie for me was a big old fat 2 thumbs up. Liam, you gave us a freaking awesome choice, and I'm happy because I like me some action movies. Next week, Courtney, isn't she pretty, is picking, so please click here and go to her channel, and she will tell us what movie we're going to be watching. So that's what I'll be watching and reviewing this week. Yeah, so click on these guys' channels. I'll put a link there to them because they're lovely people, and we're all part of We Are Movie Club.